Hello, my name is Chris. I'm from Triscon, and today I'm going to talk about how to automate quality gates with Keptn and about the huge benefits that come along with it. First of all, let me quickly introduce Triscon for the ones who haven't heard about us before. We are dealing with all aspects of performance engineering, and particularly we focus on performance testing. We support our customers by setting up as well as utilizing their APM solutions. In addition, we offer several workshops and trainings for various topics related to performance engineering. Here is a list of some of our clients and partners. As you can see, we are Dynatrace as well as Dynatrace partner. As I mentioned before, we are strongly focused on performance testing. If you haven't heard about it yet, let me briefly describe the benefits of performance tests. Obviously, the main goal of performance tests is to avoid crashes and to have a stable system. Often there are errors in software that only occur under heavy load, so you actually need a load test to reveal those errors. With a load test, we simulate many users accessing the system at once, and you can reveal errors that you wouldn't see in any other tests. Apart from stability, performance tests are crucial to find out if your software is fast enough. In addition, performance tests also indicate whether you need more or even less hardware resources, which can potentially save a lot of money. One of the new buzzwords in the industry is autonomous cloud. But instead of hyping it even more, let us go through the steps which are necessary to achieve it. Autonomous cloud means that the cloud can take care of itself. As our baseline, we assume that you have already a monitoring system in place, like Dynatrace or Prometheus. The next step would be to automate quality here. Here belong automated testing, continuous performance analysis, and quality gates. Afterwards comes the automation of the deployment and all operations of the cloud. We saw on the other hand that many customers automate their deployments without or partially automating quality. We see automated unit tests, automated end-to-end tests, but we usually do not see any automated performance tests. But why is this the case? The reason is the following. The evaluation of unit or end-to-end tests is simple. It can be either pass or fail. In performance tests, this is not a simple decision, as you have hundreds of tests being executed at the same time. And for the evaluation, you have hundreds of metrics to consider if the tests have passed or failed. So complexity is much higher. And here comes Keptn into place. Because with Keptn, we can evaluate these hundreds of metrics automatically and combine them into a final score. So let's talk more about Keptn. Keptn is an event-based control plane for continuous delivery and automated operations for cloud-native applications. That's a lot of information packed in one sentence. So let's break it down. Keptn follows the cloud event specification. Therefore, you can easily integrate it in your existing pipelines or monitoring solutions, or receive events from Keptn to trigger deployment scripts or run automated tests. Continuous delivery covers everything till deployment, and then the deployment itself, which can then be manual or automated. This is a rough sea, and there is a lot to cover here, but Keptn can support us on every step. Here at Automated Operations, we will focus on the other side of Keptn, that he can react on events too. So on our production side, we see now that we have a monitoring in place. In that case, Dynatrace. So let's imagine we have an issue with an application. Dynatrace will inform Keptn about a problem, and so Keptn reacts here with a rollback of this application, especially application version. And so it moves back to devland. Let us next focus on Keptn quality gates. Here we have already development, staging, and the production area. And we have a running version 1 in production. So let's put quality gates into place so they check if a software is ready to promote to the next stage. And now let's imagine we want to roll out a new version 2 for that example. So first of all, we have to test now on a unit level and performance in a component scope. Here you see everything is fine, and version 2 gets promoted to staging. But at the staging area, we test on end-to-end, and here we have a performance issue. So the quality gate prohibits us for moving forward into production. So now we take a look at version 3. Version 3 has the improvements which we gathered on version 2, or the problems of version 2. So now the testing in the dev area is everything fine again. We move forward to staging. And here in the staging, everything is fine too, and the performance is satisfied. So the quality gate lets us promote version 3 to production. And this with confidence, and we are sure everything is fine. But how actually does Keptn know what to analyze in those quality gates? Here come SLOs into place. So, but let's have a short look into the SLIs, SLOs, and SLAs. Especially, service level indicators is something you can measure, like error rate or response time. And the service level objectives is only boundaries to those SLIs. And SLAs are penalties when those SLOs are not met. So as a short reminder, you can think of SLIs will drive those SLOs, and those SLOs will inform the SLAs. So let's have a look how it's done in real life, and we will do it in our demo. So before I start our pre-recording, let's have a look at the dashboard. This is a Dynatrace dashboard, and we have here our metrics, which we will use in our Keptn evaluation. As you can see up above here, we have our shortcuts to the most important things, our application, the Azure pipeline, which will trigger our load test, which is handled by neoload. And we will see it in neoload web, which orchestrates all load generators. And then we have our Keptn bridge. This is where we see the final evaluation. So let's start and jump into the demo. First, we will trigger our pipeline. So here on the dashboard, we take an additional emphasis on the annotation here. This is where we define those SLOs for the Keptn quality gate. Here at the Triscon testing turf, this is our demo application for our recruiting purposes. We have only a simple registration, and as you can see, there are already many users registered. This is from a previous load test. Our pipeline is now at run neoload tests, so we move into neoload web, and here you can see one moment, here you can see that everything gets configured, and we sped this, accelerated it a little bit, and here I will pause a little bit so you can see the blue line here is our simulated users which are now registering new accounts on the testing turf. But as you also can see, we have a lot of errors here. So we can imagine that Keptn will not allow this in our production. So let's continue. So neoload is now done with our load test, and now we will inform Keptn that a load test has already been done, and we will say when does it happen, from here till here. This is a timestamp we would see down here, but it's not very important. But we will now trigger it. Oh, that was unfortunate. So we move back. So exactly. Here we are now in our pipeline, and we will send this Keptn event with the start and the end date, or the end date for our load test. Then we move to our Keptn bridge, and here we will see in a moment all our SLIs or all our metrics. I will pause here a little bit. You see all the SLIs. These are all coming from the Dynatrace dashboard. And as you can see, our test here has a problem with the error rates. So it gets marked red. But the important part is down below. Here you can see, here's the final score. In that case, it is 88 out of 100, and the result is fail. So the quality gate would prohibit us to move forward to production. And as we can now compare it to a previous run, as you can see, this is everything green, and we have 100 out of 100, and of course this passes our quality gate. So let's emphasize it. We didn't have to analyze anything by hand. Everything we defined previously in our Dynatrace dashboard, and now Keptn automatically analyzed all our metrics and give us a final result. So this makes our life a lot easier. Okay, so this is done. So I hope I could give you a good introduction to the Keptn quality gates. If you would like to collaborate, do not hesitate to contact us. If you have any questions, please let us know now in the live chat.